and it's really being received nicely from people, which is nice. Being played on a bit of radio and getting a fair bit of streams and weirdly, the platform that likes it the most happens to be like Facebook and Instagram. That's strange, but other places as well. My name is Richard, and I'm sitting on a rock. This is a lot of fun. People are coming in. Hi, Kyle. How you going? Welcome. Thanks for being a member. Yeah. Today I'm doing a little YouTube vertical live stream because it's a good day to do so. And doing a bit of news. Yeah, my first bit of news, like I said, is I've got my Sitting on a Rock dance mix has been out for a week now, and it's getting radio play, and people are liking it, which is nice. And I'm following it up next Friday. Remember my name is Richard. I'm sitting in the corner. My name is Richard. I'm sitting in the corner. That one. Remember that one? Did you know I made that video in about 6 minutes, and I made the song for it in about 6 minutes time, and it's 3 years old. It's 3 years old now. So what I thought I'd do is for a 3 year anniversary, for the 3 year anniversary of it, I'm doing a new version. Well, it's the same song. It's the same song, but I've re-recorded the vocals and redone the music, and I put a bass guitar in it, and I put some piano in as well. And basically made it as if I was taking it seriously, which I do now, but back then I kind of wasn't. So, yeah, a new version of Recorder in the Corner called Recorder in the Corner 2026 Remaster is out next Friday, the 19th, 19th of 19th of June. If just for people here, if you go to my website richardrecorder.com and then go to the song page and do a pre-save of the song anywhere, and then send me an email. You'll be able to figure out the email from the page as well. Then send me an email with a screenshot. Then I will send you a little thank you video. How's that? Sounds good. Hey, people are here. Hey, penguins, how's it going? It's good, thanks. It's a nice morning, and I've had some coffees. 3 coffees, 4 coffees. Coffee, 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 coffee. Penguins, how's it going? Edvic G2436 likes my music. Thank you. Yeah. Carl asks if I've changed the Transformers line to be more grammatically correct. I was tempted to, but I had to leave it how it is because people know it. This is a song that is extremely happy, bouncy rhythm and pretty snappy. It is all you need to hear today because you gotta be happy. Always. Somebody asked me, what's the coffee song about? You know what? It's, what is it about? It's quite a deep meaning. There's quite a lot of meaning to that song. It's very, very deep. There's a lot of hidden nuance to it. Hidden nuance, Yeah, it's just, there's a lot to it, yeah. Nobody has yet figured out really what the coffee song is about. Maybe they never will. Maybe they will. I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah. I'm playing my flute on the roof, yeah. That's where I'm playing my flute. People say to me, no. This isn't a flute. This is a recorder. But you know what? This is actually both, because a recorder is a type of flute. It's called a Fipple flute. Yeah, education. So you know what? If somebody says this is a flute, they're kind of right too. Do I know recorder language? Do you know recorder language? What does this say? Anyone know? Deep psychology. Who's the greatest flute of all? Who's the brave would not believe? Who's the best and will never fall? This is the legend of Steve. The legend of Steve. Hey, you know how I've got the legend of Steve and praise the name of Steve? And like the legend of Steve is about Steve going from a wandering flute, just wandering around the land, to being the king of all the land. And then the praise the name of Steve is about his rule. Maybe I should make a third one. Maybe make a third one. Somebody's saying, "Can I play Oh Shucks on the flute?" I don't know it, sorry. But maybe I should make a third Steve song, right? About his demise. Yeah. Yeah. Slava's heard Legend of Steve and Praise the Name of Steve. Yeah. I think a third one called The Demise of Steve, and then it will be a trilogy. Yeah. It'll basically rival the Star Wars trilogy, I reckon. Yeah. And the Lord of the Rings will be better than all three. It'll be better than all three. This is the new thing I've got. This is the new thing I've got. It's a new tin whistle, and it's quite nice. Doesn't quite have the range of the recorder. It sounds quite nice, doesn't it? Crunchy water, my favourite thing to munch on is crunchy water. You can even eat it when you're playing a not recorder, crunchy water. Yeah, I quite like it. Hey Jude 13312. Thank you very much for sending me a lovely gift. Okay, I appreciate it very much. That kind of thing goes toward helping me fund making all my songs and things. So I thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that, Jude 13312. This is a song for Jude 13312, who's a great person, but it's probably you. Definitely you. Jude 13312. Yeah, that is. It wasn't that nice of them. Hey, hashtag. Hmm. Other news. I've got some news, but I'm not allowed to tell you yet. So the annoying thing about being creative sometimes is there are things coming up which are really, really good and are really, really big, but you're not allowed to say until stuff happens. So I can't tell you. That's not very good. That's not a very good thing to put on the news live, is it? That stuff's happening that you're not allowed to say. Yeah, people in Australia have noticed that this looks a little bit like a marker, like a what do you call it? A sharpie. My name is Richard, and I'm sitting in the corner, playing my recorder. Kyle, hey Kyle Carrot, thanks so much for the gift, Kyle Carrot. Kyle Carrot. I sometimes wonder if Kyle is actually a carrot. Like I imagine it. I imagine like your little carrot with a little face, and that's the kind of thing I imagine. Kyle Carrot. Thanks, Kyle Carrot. There once was a little carrot, and it was called Kyle. And that's all I've got to say about it. That is all. And he's pretty cool. There's a little song about Kyle being a carrot. Hey, Boca. Welcome. Oh, I got disrupted by continue my song. My parents really wanted me to become a lawyer. Instead, I spent my time just playing my. It's not a recorder, is it? It's a tin whistle. My pretend recorder. Let's try this. My name is Richard. I'm sitting in the corner. Sitting in the corner playing my recorder. Celtics fan, you have a tin whistle as well. They're nice, aren't they? The finger placement on them is a bit different to what I'm used to, and technically it's not a fully chromatic instrument. But you know what? You can make it so. You can make it so just by half holding. Oh yeah. Yes. They do have less holes. One, two, three, four, five, six. And this is in the key of D. So, um, and this is got more than six holes. It's got seven, but some of them are double. 10 words of six notes. Very good, bro. I'm Iranian. Hello, Iranian. Hello, Iranian person. Some of my I've got it. There's a bit of an Iranian population in the area that I live, and um there's some awesome little grocers and restaurants, Iranian restaurants, because they're Persian restaurants because of that. Do you think somebody should make a chocolate recorder? Said Langku 9114. I think it would be a. I'm not sure it would be worth it because you just eat it and then you wouldn't be a recorder anymore. But I'm all for it. See you, Barker. Thanks for coming along. This sounds a little bit like an instrument that would be on Lord of the Rings, doesn't it? Yeah. What was my first hit song? That would be the Recorder in the Corner song. It was not the first one I made, but it's the first one which I guess a lot of people know me from. Have I got any concerts coming up? Says D Tutor. Dude, I don't know your name. I'm working on it. I'm working on concerts in Adelaide and hopefully in Perth, Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney. Yeah. It can be hard work. It can be hard work figuring it out, but I'm working on it because it's about time. Anyone from UK probably knows what that is. I've been thinking I should play the alto a little bit more. This is when I was a kid. This isn't actually Trevor. This hey Spring Trapple, Spring Trapple, String Trapple, String Trapple is awesome as well. You said that his name is Trevor. This isn't actually Trevor. This is a alto recorder. Trevor is a tenor recorder. It's bigger again. When I was a kid, I played the recorder like this size, and my music teacher played this bigger one because they're used to accompany often. And you know what? I was always wanted one of these. Always wanted one of these as a kid, but I didn't have one. And then when I became an adult, and I was like, oh, I can buy my own things. So I bought one. Not this one though. This one, somebody bought me from a charity shop, and it cost $5 Australian. That's a nice thing for $5 Australian. Nice Yamaha recorder. When am I going to Finland? I'd like to go to Finland. There's a few places in Europe which I really need to go to. I need to go to Germany. Germany's got got the most amount of people that listen to my songs in Europe is Germany. Germany. I need to go to Netherlands. I need to go to Poland. I need to go to Denmark for sure. Finland, yeah. My name is Richard. I'm playing on this live stream. Can you, hey, I want you know my songs. You know my songs. Which song should I play? Can I play? Can I play Master of Puppets by Metallica? There you go. Was that recognizable, Kyle? Hey, Ian said, Ian GKU 9114 said, Stephen, the recorder apocalypse. You know my work because my recorder, my flute is called Steve, and Recorder Apocalypse is my song about the recorder apocalypse. Have you heard Recorder Apocalypse? Recorder Apocalypse is a song I did about the future, and in the future, the robots have taken over the earth. Right, robots have taken over the earth, and all that we have to defend against them is a single recorder. Yeah. It was actually part of a show I did before anyone knew who I was, called Always Been a Player. The show's called Always Been a Player, and it was about basically when I was a kid, and then I was a recorder player, and then I decided I wasn't going to be a recorder player, and a ghost came to me in a dream, and the ghost taught me that I should keep playing recorder. Yeah, and the way the ghost convinced me of this is they showed me my ancestors, and one of them was a caveman who played the recorder. He first discovered music and recorder, and basically he got ridiculed, but he kept playing, and he became the inventor of music. The other one was a Wild West bad man, yeah, and he used his recorder playing to get rid of all of the evil gunslingers in the Wild West, and they all went away. And then the third one was from the future, and it was um, is Recorder Apocalypse, and Recorder Apocalypse is yeah, about saving the world with the recorder. It's sort of true story too. It's true story. It's true story. Kyle, have I named my glisso pipe? Yeah, it's called Slim Slidey. Isn't it cool? Slim Slidey. Hey, CK Play two plays 2494. Have I heard of Seymour? No, I'm not going to do that. You cheeky person. You cheeky person. Um, CK plays this cheeky person, trying to get Richard to say naughty things. Hey, Spring, who's that? Spring Trap Pal, thanks for the star. Spring Trap Pal. String Trap Pal. It's ASM00 said, why wasn't Eminem good at playing the recorder? He just didn't take it seriously. He didn't take it seriously. That's the problem. String Trap Pal, thanks for all the gifts, hey? Appreciate it. He didn't take it seriously enough. He was too busy doing all his rapping. He's like, I'm not going to play the recorder. And I said, well, you're the one who hired me to teach you to play the recorder. You know, you got to take things seriously if you want to get good. You should know that in this world, Eminem. And he said, oh, okay. No. I said, well, you're not going to be good at recording then. Spring Trap Bell. I was trying to play Thunderstruck, but I'd have to give a bit of a to give it a bit more of a practice. Hey, the Egg Salad Demon, you got a funny name. Thanks for the gift, okay? The Egg Salad Demon. Anyway, I was saying I should play the alto a bit more. The Egg Salad Demon. CK plays, I remind him of the second Doctor. Only English people would get that, yeah. Maybe I was the second Doctor. Maybe I was. Maybe it was. Or maybe my dad was. Maybe it was. It's ASM00. When I was teaching Eminem how to play the recorder, Snoop Dogg was actually there actually, and he was playing I thought it was a recorder. I thought it was a recorder, but it didn't make any sound. And weirdly, there's like smoke coming out of it. So that's a weird recorder, Snoop Dogg. What's that about? And so anyway. Somebody asked me to play the Land Down Under, so I did. Yeah, this is the first song I remember writing. Is the recorder named Lucy? Yeah, it is Lucy, named after short for Lucifer. Short for Lucifer. Yeah. This is the first tune I ever remember writing. I think I might have been about 8 years old. It goes like this. I didn't have a name for it, but it actually became part of my Always Been a Player song. Always been a player, always been a player, always been a player. I'm a player now and I'll be a player later. I've always been a player. But yeah, that came from a song that I wrote when I was about 8 years old. Play the Krusty Krab theme, also known as the Rake Hornpipe. CK plays 2494. I don't know it. I don't know it. But you know what? Because you're such a kind person, I'm gonna do my interpretation of it. Yeah, this is what I think the Krusty Krab theme, aka the Rake Hornpipe. This is what I think it would be. Hey, Billy Bob, thanks for all the gifts. Okay. See, this is the Krusty Krab theme tune, also known as the Rake Hornpipe. I might have it correct, but it probably is not right. Was that it? Hey, Billy Bob. Billy Bob. Who's Billy Bob? Billy Bob T-A-D-M. This is a little song for Billy Bob. Are they awesome? Yes, they are a lot. Way off, but thanks for trying. Maybe I'll have to actually learn what it is for next time. But I should be writing the songs for all cartoons. I reckon I should. Billy Bob likes to give me stars. There are lots of them. They definitely are. Hey, you're the best, Mr. Lindsay. If I had students, they'd call me that. Hey, Kyle Carrot. Hey, Kyle Carrot. Thanks very much for the lovely donation. Okay, Kyle Carrot. The donation does help me with my music and stuff. Thank you. It because I sorry, I got distracted by a bird outside. It happens here. It helps me with my stuff a lot because there's some costs involved. Particularly, I've got to pay for the music to be worked on because I make my music, right, and then I've got to send it to Scotty Boom Booms for doing the music production. So I've got to pay him. But also there's a bunch of other things like having some cheese. You know, I need cheese to keep myself going, so it helps me get some cheese. Yeah. Seriously, Kyle. No, thank you. The messages are going a bit quick, so I might be missing some. His name is Kyle and he's a carrot. Is he sure? Is he? I'm not sure if he is. Maybe he's a carrot, maybe he's not. I have a bit of a guess, I'll give it a shot. think he's probably not a carrot. That's pretty much how I make my little videos, by the way. Just think of things like that and then write it down and give it a bit of practice and then play it. I think, is that good enough? I think that's not really it. Really, it's not really part of it. Gay Porn is a good musician. Do you know him? No. Do I know Blinding Lights? I don't know. It's bright outside, the sun's showing its rays. Feels like it's gonna be a pretty good day. Have a drink of water and something to eat, and my morning routine is complete. Not gonna waste time hanging around. I think I'm gonna go up now. From the sky onto the ground, to the east, to the west, and all around, singing all my thoughts around, and it thought sure is a lovely morning. Sorry, just tidying up the comments a little bit. Hi, I like your videos so much. My mum also likes your videos, even my whole school. That's nice. Tell your mum I said hi, and your whole school. Tell your mum and your high school. Yeah. I get a lot of people tell me that they listen to my songs with their parents. A lot of parents say they listen to their songs with their kids because that's how it would work. Because if you're both going to listen together, then that's how doing things together works. Sorry, just tidying up the rest of it. You should turn on slow mode so people can't spam as much. Is there a slow mode on YouTube, Kyle? Let's see if there is. Where is slow mode? Sorry, everybody, I'm just looking for slow mode. Community moderation, message delay, slow mode. Yeah. Let's put it at 30 seconds. Thanks, Kyle. That's a good idea. I've now put slow mode on. Thanks, Kyle. That's a good idea. Yeah. I turned it on, then off, then on, then off, then on again because I didn't know what I was doing. But now it's on. Thanks. That's a good idea. Okay. Today, I'm playing my recorder in the woods, and I'm not really sure if I should, because I'm completely lost, and that's not good. Today, I'm playing my recorder in the woods, and I'm not really sure if I should, because survival skills are never understood. Hey, recorder in the woods. That was my third song I made that you know of. Hey, where do you listen to my music? Do you listen to it on YouTube Music or Spotify or Apple Music? I'm just curious because I see all these people listening to it, and I think, who is it? Is it you? I don't know. Where do you listen to it? I made it a little bit easy. I made a website which is songsbyrichard.com, and that's got all of my songs listed and then where to find them on all the platforms, also my playlists. Kyle Carrot listens on Apple Music. Oh, that's nice. Slav listens on Spotify. That's nice. Most of the listeners are on Spotify, but people also are on Apple Music and others, but that's just because Spotify is the biggest one. Invoid Walker says, I listen on YouTube and Spotify Musics. Great, great. Two places, nice. And it's ASM00 says the YouTube playlist or Spotify. Nice. Yes. Chaotic Mario Bros. CMB said YouTube randomly when scrolling shorts. You're only seeing the little short versions because that isn't the longer versions of them there. You know what I'm going to do today? How would you? what I'm going to do today is I've got 23 songs now, and I'm putting a package together for for radio and things like that. Yeah, it's not that exciting. Doing a bit of promotion. Then I'm going to work on a couple of little videos. Then I'm going to Scotty Boom Boom's house to work on some secret stuff, and also to maybe do the recording of my song. This is a song about nothing. When have I been playing recorder since 1986? This is a song about nothing, about nothing else but nothing. Some people put meaning in the songs that they sing, but this song's not about anything. This is a song about nothing, about nothing else but nothing. If you're looking for something meaningful here, you're not going to find it, I fear. Song about nothing, song about nothing. This not about anything, it's about nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. It's not about anything, it's about nothing. That's a sneak preview of the song that I'm recording at the moment. It's called Song About Nothing. You know what it's about? Nothing. Should you do extremely bad, Biggie said, should you do playing the recorder on a bike? I think that would be too dangerous. And there's an unfortunate thing called imitable behavior. Imitable behavior. And what that is if people on social media and stuff, if people on social media and stuff um, do things, then people copy them, and then I'll have lots of people playing recorders on bikes and falling off the bikes. Yeah, that'd be sad. They'll go, "Why did you do that?" And they'll say, "Because of Richard." Their parents will say, "Well, that's not good enough, Richard." Yeah. The Green Gamer asked, "Why is slow mode on?" I had to put slow mode on because there were too many comments for me to see, and I wanted to make it so that I could see more of the comments. It's ASM said, I saw a while ago you said happy birthday to 2020. I remember that. I did the video happy birthday to 2020. And the happy birthday 2020 song, 2020 didn't deserve it, did it? It didn't deserve happy birthday because it was a bit of an annoying year. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. Hey, Calvin, welcome. Extremely bad piggies said, where do I get the ideas for my songs? I intentionally sit down and come up with them. So a lot of people say that they can only like ideas come to them, but I don't believe that. I believe that you sit down and you come up with ideas. So what I do is this might sound a bit unusual, but whenever I have any kind of little idea, I always write that down. I don't really do anything with it; I just write it down. And then every now and then, maybe once every couple of weeks, I sit down and I look at those ideas and I decide which of them are going to be something I work on. But then I also it might be that there's 20 of them, but then I also keep writing and keep writing new ideas until I get up to 100. Then I've got 100 new ideas, and not all of them will be good. Not all of them will be things that I use. They will be, but I've got 100 ideas, and then when it comes to the time where I'm gonna actually do some songs or videos, I look at the ideas and decide which ones I'm going to do. Good thing about it is you've got lots of choices and you're in control. You're not sitting there waiting for ideas to come to you. You've got tons of ideas. I should do a happy birthday for 2027. Yeah. I'm Richard and I'm playing my recorder on the grass. Not particularly slow or particularly fast. I'm in Australia, so there is a chance that a snake might come and bite me in the face. Calvin, you got a new song which will come out next week, and well done, Calvin. Calvin is Calv's JCJ is a recorder and flute player who's been trying really hard, putting a lot of effort into learning how to play well for many years now, and he makes songs and he's doing very well. Carl said, "What if I did a short about a door? It's always funny when you do something random." Yeah, maybe I could. About a door. What could a door be about? Maybe I could do. Maybe I could do a door. Maybe a video where I'm on one side of the door, then on the other side of the door, and something happens in between. What happens in between? Let's figure this out. So inside. I've already done one which is inside outside. So which is the video of me being inside then outside. How do you get it? How do you get out of? Maybe a video where I'm posing the question, how do you get outdoors? Like, Calvin, last year you could only play Recorder in the Corner and Chilling in My Room. Now you can play Lovely Morning. That's impressive because that's a much harder song to play. They're only 50% to go. I'm talking about tickets to my Sydney show. Some people know all of my little videos. I'm still thinking about this video about the door. How do you get out? How do you get outside a door? Oh, maybe something like I can't. Maybe I want to get past the door, but I can't figure out how to do it. And then the end of it is just turn the handle. Calvin, your recorder playing's getting better, Calvin, because you're practicing, and that's an important thing. And paying attention, because it would be very easy to just play badly and do loads of videos or whatever. But if you're actually getting better, is something that is better. It's better to get better. There's a funny phrase from Richard. What if I trick? Carl Carrot says, "What if I treat doors as a way to go through walls? They act like it's a special trick that not many people have that." Oh yes, a great idea, Kyle. Yeah. I'm Richard and I can walk through walls. I'm I'm Richard and I can walk. Can Richard walk through a wall? Can Richard walk through a wall? So yeah, it'll be can Richard walk through a wall, and basically some other stuff, and then at the end I'll walk through a wall, but via a door, because technically going through a door is technically going through a wall, so it's true. Thanks, Carl Garrett. That's a great idea. I'm going to do that. Extremely Bad Piggy said, "Have I named the main recorder yet? Heard of Steve and Trevor? And yeah, this recorder I named this. It's called Lucy, which is short for Lucifer. Yeah. Walking Upstairs song, that could be interesting." Chaotic Mario Bros says, how does one open up a door? Well, first you've got to walk across the floor. Then once you grab and turn the handle, you now see your friend Daniel. Oh, that's funny. I don't have friends though, so you know. I've had a friend called Daniel maybe, and Daniel could be at the other side. Oh, you know what? I could open the door, and Daniel could be like this guy here. This could be Daniel. Yeah. Hey, Daniel. Hey, Richard. Yeah. See you later. Hey, guess what animal Daniel is? Have a guess. The clue is he's Australian. Calvin said you and Scotty Boom Boom should make a song together. Yeah, we should. We really should. We should. This is a song about this guy here. Carl Nut's not a koala. Extremely Bad Piggies is correct. Daniel is a bad is a wombat. Hmm. And he's not the one from This Guy, the Song Here song, but I should do a song about Daniel. This is a little song about Daniel. He's not a koala, he's a wombat. He's not very thin, but not very fat. And there is all of that I can think of. Did you know that Daniel can play the recorder? Watch this. Amazing, eh? Amazing, eh? Isn't it amazing? The Daniel lore is going to be crazy. I should make a freestyle song up on this bot. Why did the octave go down? Oh, you know why? Because Daniel's in Australia. That's why. Yeah, Australian. That's why. I should make up a little tune. I'm going to make up a tune. Hey, Ashley Narvo 1212. Thanks very much for the star. Ashley Narvo, Ashley Narvo 1212. Who was awesome? It is you. Improvising a song. My name is Richard. I'm sitting on the couch. It is really comfortable. It is not ouch. It is not ouch. Does my room have one corner? No, because in order for it to be a room, it has to have four corners. Coffee, 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 coffee. Lovely bit of cheese, lovely bit of cheese. There is nothing better than a lovely bit of cheese. Look, hiccups. And there's just one thing that gets me to work, and it's when it's accompanied by a lovely gherkin. Some birds outside have distracted me. Boo-hoo, no ice cream for you. I've got some, and I'm sure you want some too, but I'm not giving any to you. So boo-hoo-hoo, no ice cream for you. Make a full song about birds. I should make a song about birds, shouldn't I, Calvin? Because I go on about birds so much. I wonder what Recorder Apocalypse sounds like without effects. Like what kind of effects? Yeah. I like Recorder Apocalypse, but it's just singing in the recorder. Year 3050's not the place to be. Evil robots are taking over. All our hopes are pinned on our one weapon, just a single recorder. Calvin said I should make a full song about it. What it are. What it are, what it are. Sometimes you gotta say it. What it are. I've got it on my list, Calvin. It's it's on my list. I've also on the list is the song about nothing. I mean, the next one is the Recorder in the Corner remaster. 2026 remaster is next week. But the song about nothing's on the list. It Are What It Are is on the list. Also one called Holy Recorder, which was probably inspired by. And also there's another one called So Many Humans. I've got a song I'm working on called So Many Humans. You wouldn't have heard that one. It's about how there's so many humans around, you know. Don't you find like you're out and about? It's like, why are there so many humans? So many humans. Like here too, so many humans. It's Shin Ramen. So I'm going to talk about Shin Ramen. I'm going to have some Shin Ramen today, I think. So I'm just getting distracted by the birds a bit again. Always seems to happen. Why are you here? I'm just interested. I mean, it's good, but just curious. Yeah. I'm trying to think about. My name is Richard, and I'm sitting on a rock. Playing my record, I was sitting on a rock. It is underneath me, but I am on top. Next level life powers I've unlocked. What's my favourite short video I've made? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably sitting on a rock. Probably sitting on a rock. I'm chilling in my room and I'm playing a tune. It'll be a few minutes long, I assume. And after that, I'll find something else to do. But for now, I'll just keep chilling and playing a tune. Chilling in my room was my first song that I released in 2025. Yeah. New Zealand, Australia, either the same place, yeah, nah, but both Rick and I invented Pavlova. New Zealand, Australia. That's my song, part of it. It's called New Zealand, Australia. Yeah. You know why? Because I'm from New Zealand, but I live in Australia. And people have done songs about New Zealand. People have done songs about Australia, but I thought it's time for one about New Zealand and Australia. That's why most of my songs come out, because I think it's time for a song about crunchy water. Time for a song about a lovely bit of cheese. Extremely Bad Biggie says, I'm thinking about a song playing the recorder under a tree. I've got a I'm under a tree in lovely morning for a bit. Hey, Calvin, always been a player. Did you know that I wrote the tune for that a long time ago when I was a kid? It was like this. Always been a player, always been a player. I've always been a player. I'm a player now, wanna be a player later. I've always been a player. When I first started doing, um, I used to do comedy shows, right? And I wrote a comedy show called Always Been a Player, which had songs in it, and it was I've talked about it a bit earlier in the live. And um, I then I started getting a bit famous on the internet, and the problem was people were coming to see my shows, and they knew all my songs like "Recorder in the Corner" and "The Legend of Steve" and "Flute on the Roof" and all them, and they weren't in there. They weren't in that show, so it was a bit of a problem. And I thought, what am I going to do about this? So basically, I made the show shorter, then I put those songs at the end. But then what happened is I did more songs and people kept liking them, so I basically replaced the show. Now it's more like a concert. Chaotic Mario Bros says he has a theory. Richard has 15 recorders in a trench coat in there. Oh, don't tell everyone my secrets. Can I do the Rubik's Cube? Yep, I can do the Rubik's Cube, just I don't have one right now. But I can. I learned to do the Rubik's Cube when I was about, I think I was 8 years old. I learned to do the Rubik's Cube. Why? Because my brother could do it. Yeah. Tin whistle. Can I do the one where I say, "Can my recorder talk to spirits?" Oh, I don't even remember it. Thing is, about every week I sit down and I make about 4 or 5 videos. I don't use them all. I use the best ones. And some of them I literally only spend about 5 minutes on, so I don't really remember them. And the Can my recorder talk to spirits is one of them. Yeah. Can my recorder talk to spirit? No, I don't even remember it. It's so funny that my new tin whistle looks a bit like a marker. James Anderson, hello from Edinburgh. Hi, Edinburgh. I've been to Edinburgh. I went to Edinburgh Fringe in 2014. Make a song about skateboarding. No, no, no. I can't. I can't. That's because there's already a recorder player who made a song about skateboarding. So I can't do that. What's my channel about? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Could anyone? What do you think my channel's about, people? What do you think my channel's about? I've had somebody ask me what my channel's about. I haven't been able to figure it out. About planting trees? I suppose it is a bit about planting trees. My channel's a bit about planting trees. Somebody asked, when did I start? Why did I start creating my account in 2010? I started my YouTube account for something completely different, nothing to do with what I do now. And then I got some followers, and then I later on changed it to be something else. And that's a bad idea. It's a bad idea changing your account to be about something else, because then if people are following it, then they don't, they're not there for the new thing, and then they don't comment and don't react to it, and then basically what happens is, the platforms like YouTube or TikTok or whatever, they think that the people don't like your stuff, and they don't send as many new people to it. So yeah, that was probably one of the reasons it took my channel a bit long to get noticed. Is also my content wasn't very good. Yeah, that's a big part of it too. Yeah. Hmm. Fun fact: I used GarageBand back in 2014 when I first started. That's great, Calvin. Yeah, GarageBand. I used GarageBand. Recorder in a Corner was 100% GarageBand, and Flute on the Roof was also 100% GarageBand. Legend of Steve was 100% GarageBand, and Recorder in the Woods was GarageBand. Um, and at that point, I bought Final Cut Pro, which is basically the version of GarageBand with more features. So it's nearly been an hour, and question time. Let's do some questions before we finish up. Question times. Okay. Ken Fluffington said, "How long have I been playing recorder? I started playing in 1986, but I took a big break. Overall, probably about 10 years." Carl Carrot says, "I thought Final Cut was editing. Isn't Logic Pro music?" Yes, it is. And you know why I said Final Cut instead of Logic Pro, Carl Carrot? Because I made a mistake. Yeah, it's Logic Pro is what I use for music. Yeah, not Final Cut. Final Cut's what I use for my videos. Yeah. Okay, question time. What's my favorite SpongeBob character? My favorite SpongeBob character is I don't know because I haven't seen it. Okay, let's do five questions. Five questions. Let's do some suspense. 5 questions. 5 questions. Can you name where I was born? New Zealand. 4 questions. 4 questions. Just going to keep doing this till I get questions. 4 questions. How many recorders have you owned? Oh, that's an interesting one. I have owned. I've got 13 recorders, and but I also, it's hard to know because I have a stack of recorders that I give away to people. Because sometimes people come to me and they say, my kid really wants to play the recorder, but we can't afford one, so I'll give them that. So probably about 50, including those, but they're not my own recorders, and I don't really consider them mine because they're ones I give away to people. 3 questions. When did you get Lucy recorder? I got this one 2018 for Xmas. Yeah, my wife bought me this one for Xmas in 2018. 3 questions. What's the next of your songs? My next song coming out is The Recorder in the Corner 2026 remaster next Friday the 19th of June, which is I redid Recorder in the Corner because it's 3 years old. 2 questions. Am I Australian? No, but I'm going to be soon because I'm going to get citizenship. I'm a New Zealander. 1 question. Lots of questions. What's my favourite Metallica song? What's my favourite Metallica song? I just tried to play Nothing Else Matters on the recorder. I've never tried it before. It's Nothing Else Matters. Probably not Nothing Else Matters. My favourite Metallica song. It's probably The Unforgiven. How many questions have I got? Calvin's listening to all my songs right now. That's awesome. This is what all of you can do after this if you'd like. Go to Songs by Richard, and there's got my playlist with all my songs. What's my next project? My next project is the thing about future projects is you can't always say about them, but maybe it's about time there's something on Netflix, isn't there? It's about time. It's about time. Yeah, and more songs, more videos. Wouldn't that be funny? Richard on Netflix, yeah, wouldn't it? Okay, I've got to go. I've got to do some things today. I'm got to have a coffee. Countdown, okay? Thanks everyone for coming along. It's been really nice. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How do you turn this? How do you